Ah, the first day of school. I've been waiting all day to hear about it.
Well, my chances of being the starting quarterback are looking pretty good. That's the good news.
Am I missing something?
We've got this giant group project due at the end of the month, and we got paired with these two random kids.
Yeah, those random kids are responsible for 50% of our grade. How am I supposed to put that much trust in someone I don't even know?
Oh, this is a classic dilemma. D-Day.
Wait, what? I thought we could at least hope for, like, a C+.
I guess we're lucky he didn't say F-Day.
No. D-Day is a strategic attack that would forever shape the course of history. A day...
Attack? I'm just trying to get a better grade, not plan an invasion.
Boom, help me out here. You got it! I think it's time for Operation Overlord.
Okay, that actually sounds pretty epic.
This doesn't look like the most tourist-friendly beach.
I wouldn't go looking for seashells. This is Normandy Beach in the wake of World War II. Hitler and Nazi Germany have taken over a significant portion of Europe. While the Soviets were waging war with these forces in the east, they were in desperate need of help from the west.
The Nazis had more than 50 divisions in France, led by General Rommel, who had placed thousands of armed fortifications along the Normandy beaches.
How are you supposed to fight that? Even the clouds are saying this is a bad idea. The D-Day invasion was carefully chosen by Allied military planners. They factored in everything from convoy transport times, weather, tides, phases of the moon, and the beaches. They chose June 5th, 1944. But on June 4th, the weather suddenly turned.
Why didn't they just wait for the storms to pass?
Oh, wouldn't that be nice? But it's not that simple. The perfect conditions were not expected for another week, and the Germans would likely figure out the Allies' plan by then. The time was now to take control. After a short delay, Allied forces began their invasion as June 5th turned into June 6th.
How is this going to help us get a better grade?
We'll get there, but first, let's take a trip to a beloved American tradition, the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
And Ranger has officially lost it.
He said it, not me. D-Day was the largest, most complicated military operation in history. It required the coordination of thousands of American, British, and Canadian troops, as well as thousands of naval vessels and aircraft. Hitler's Nazi military was known for being an incredibly fierce fighting force, but the Americans had an equally feared leader, General George Patton. Before the Allies could make a move on Normandy Beach, they needed to create a diversion that would relocate Rommel's lethal divisions.
The Germans sent spies to shadow Patton. They thought his movements would reveal the Allies' next step. Since the Allies knew the Germans were watching Patton, the general became the bait on their hook.
The Allies gave Patton a fake army called the 1st U.S. Army Group. It included troops and armaments, but in reality, the tanks were actually giant balloons. From a distance, these balloons looked just like real armored vehicles.
The Allied leaders were inspired by the intricate balloon designs featured in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. They could perfectly replicate a large American military force.
Okay, a balloon army? Respect.
With the perfect decoy plan in place, General Eisenhower knew that it was his only shot for a successful invasion in France. The US, Britain, and Canada had to work as one to overtake nearly 50 miles of coastline. While the Germans chased Patton's balloons and increased their forces near the Pas de Calais, the real attack was planned hundreds of miles away, along 5 separate beaches.
What did the Nazis do once they realized they were being attacked?
Well, nothing.
Hitler was asleep when the D-Day invasion began. When his men received the news, they were afraid to wake him up. Hitler had a bad temper.
Arguably the most costly nap in history.
That's honestly embarrassing.
Talk about failing the group project.
Even when Hitler heard the news, he thought it was a diversion. He was certain the real attack would be at the Pas de Calais. However, D-Day wasn't a smooth operation. The Allies suffered heavy casualties, and the invasions at both Gold and Omaha beaches were headed for total failure. When all hope seemed lost, naval commanders made a call that no one expected. Pushing their destroyers within 1,000 yards of the shore, they knew the risk of getting stranded, but they needed their weapons to reach the beach. The bold move paid off. Over the next 6 days, the 5 beach invasions linked forces and pushed inland. 8 more divisions came to shore. By the time Hitler figured out Calais was a trick, the Allies already had a toehold in France. This was the beginning of the end for Germany.
They did all that with a group of complete strangers?
Those strangers trusted each other with their lives, not just their grade.
Facts. You gotta trust whoever's protecting your blind side.
Great things don't happen alone. It's not about having all the answers. It's about believing in the people beside you. One goal, one team, one unstoppable force.
And one newly unlocked fear of sleeping through my alarm.
I'm definitely never hitting the snooze button again.
All right, Boom. You think you can guard Nash?
Finally! I've been waiting to give him the old boom, baby. Let's not break anything.
All right. Get open.
That is a piece of history. And now, it's broken. Somebody get the broom, baby!
Let's go.
Boom, baby! And don't forget to subscribe! Boom, baby!